So with the news of the release of the Mavic Air 2S and its spec list looking off the charts, I thought it was high time to talk about the cinematic capabilities, or lack thereof, you'll just have to find out by watching, won't you, of this little guy right here. So at the time of recording this, my original mini video, which is up here somewhere, has almost hit 4,000 views. Now this is massive to me, so thank you everyone, and maybe even you who's watched it so far. So if this is your first time to the channel, then hi, I hope you get something out of it. And let's jump right in, shall we? So this little guy is, in the world of drone tech, let's say falling behind. But that doesn't mean it's bad. So we'll start with the negatives real quick before we jump, like you're jumping on a jumping castle or something like that, into the positives. Okay, so firstly is its low light capabilities, which aren't great, to be honest. But you know, look at the size of the sensor. Like, it's not what you would call, you know, massive or groundbreaking, so it's to be expected. So if you're someone who's looking for those epic sunset shots or just flying around in low light in general, then this probably isn't going to be the drone for you, as it's really only a bright light, sunny day kind of sensor. As you can see here, I tried to capture the sunset one evening, and whilst it is nice, it could have been better had it had a nicer sensor on it. That being said though, you will get some great shots with this drone in nice lighting setups. Now next is the lack of a variable aperture, which I mean, like, it's a big ask, isn't it? It's a massive ask. But I did notice on the Air S2 and the Mavic Air that DJI are offering ND filters to compensate for this. So in case of this little guy, if you are willing to invest in a set of filters like these, so freewell filters, then you can get some great little shots out of it. So that's the negatives done, and now I'm going to extend onto the positives by extending the talk about the ND filters. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that DJI released an update to be able to control the shutter speed and the ISO and the white balance of this drone, which is fantastic, and why I would say it does fall into the area of cinematic, or, you know, beginner cinematic level drones. So with a set of $100 filters, you can get that magic cinematic flight. I keep saying cinematic, but you know what I mean, of the right amount of motion blur through the shots. Now, quick and dirty, by slowing down your shutter speed to twice that of your frame rate, aka if you want to shoot 25 frames a second, which is the standard, then you can lower this to 1/50th of a second with an ND filter attached. You can make a choppy video look super silky smooth. Now, I did say that's quick and dirty, so if you are interested in a video such as that, then do let me know in the comments below. Now, I did mention in my original video that this is the same sensor on the Mini 2, which means that it is a compressed 4K sensor. So yes, you won't be able to shoot at 4K, but that means that you'll still get 75% of that 4K quality without the file size that 4K brings. Trust me, it's massive. Sorry, I am filming right now. Give me 10. Just want it all the time. Now, what was I saying? Yeah, so you do get 75% of that 4K quality, and in my eyes, it's incomparable to that of a 4K shot, unless of course, you know, you crop like crazy. Now, this also has another thing which is fantastic. It's called pitch speed and smoothness adjustment. So you can go into the settings on the drone and you'll be able to turn the speed and the smoothness to that of something that, I don't want to say cinematic, but makes it more cinematic, I guess. So generally, I like to keep my smoothness level at 90% and my speed at 30. That way it's not too slow that you're just sitting there waiting like, come on, like, can you speed up the lift up? And it's not too fast that you get motion sickness and you don't know what's going on. So long story short, is this cinematic? Okay, if you aren't after those low light shots, yep, beautiful, it's gonna be fantastic. If you invest another $100 into filters, which I can do a review on if you like, just let me know, then yep, you're going to turn an already great drone into something more fantastic. So yeah, I'd say if you're willing to fiddle around a bit and invest just a little bit more money, then you can have a cinematic drone at 249 grams. It's definitely not going to be red unless you paint it though, for $800. All right, so that is all from me. Now, it is true what they say about liking these videos, as it does help the algorithm. So, you know, whenever you're ready, basically. And if you have enjoyed hanging out with me today on this quick little video, then why not consider subscribing? And then I will see you in the next one. All right, bye for now.